It is day 5 of 365 days manifesting experiment. I am I got great confirmation today that exactly what I'm doing is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I thought that was pretty cool. I have a friend who is a spiritual guide person, and I hadn't talked to her for a couple of years, and she and I talked today, and we were talking about what I'm doing, the experiment, and but before I really got into the whole experiment conversation with her, she started to talk to me about manifesting. Started talking to me about I wrote down a whole bunch of the key words because it was all the things that I have been thinking about, and so I wrote down some of the key themes. Hold on, please. I should have did this before I actually got on, but sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. All right, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. So one was about taking care of yourself, right? Nurturing yourself. Um, and doing that. She said, I noticed she goes, because she's spiritually guided, so she says you have a lot of nervous energy and you're trying too hard. I was like, that one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I find myself so scattered and trying too hard, so things don't come when you try so hard. So I was like, okay, I need to relax, chill out, and do that kind of stuff. And she talked about being open and receptive, um, and that I have a tendency to worry more than I need to because I'm not trusting completely. And I was like, this chick is talking to my soul right now. So she taught. Her name is Patricia Pepin, and she does it's an online thing, and she talks about standing in your Superman. And what she says it for is because she thinks that most of us are in the 3D. She doesn't articulate it the same way, but my interpretation of it is that we standing in the 3D. She calls it the Clark Kent. It's our walking in the matrix, um, uh, life, our human self, and then the spiritual side is the Superman. It's standing in your Superman. It's the exiting the matrix. It's your soul energy. And so I thought that was pretty cool, because we were talking about how I am in my Clark Kent a lot when it comes to like um, trusting and believing in my path and the way I choose to do things, because I have all those past voices, current voices, future voices, other people's fears, like how I look up. You know, you're gonna catch this a lot on me. Her and I were talking about this today too. When I am listening to my soul or I'm listening to something besides my head, I have to look up and listen to it. So I, I do that all the time. I'm like, hang it, I don't know what I'm talking about. Hang on a second. But it makes me look silly. Wasn't like I intended to do a whole 365 days of this. But anyway, the other day I was talking about the pearls, the oyster, right? The world and the pearls. And today she kept talking about, I see a lot of balls just all like this, and they're all lining up to get before your next messages come or your next manifestations come. So you have to just look at it like a variety of balls circulating all around, and then they all like turn, center and become into either one or or fall into the center. And it was so funny because I was thinking about how I had said the world's my oyster and I'm going to have an oyster, and then I said I'm actually going to have a bunch of oysters. So I thought that was pretty cool that we're kind of talking the same stuff without knowing that we're talking about, like, that I was thinking that stuff. So that's again, I like and love and miss the days that the alignment was coming for me and I would get the messages, right? So there's a story I had once where I really liked this guy, right? I went out with him for a very short time, really liked him. And I have a tendency to, because it's very few and far between that I really like somebody. So I have a tendency, because I don't attach just for the hell of it. I don't date. I go out with really people who just speak to me. And so, and it's not very many of them. So when I met him, he was a lot younger than me, and so it ended up not working out for a variety of reasons. Not just the age difference. That was a big piece. I think for him more than me, but that's okay. But anyway, but I stay attached, and I stay attached for a long time because of the fact that it's infrequent, and I don't mind being attached because it's not like a painful attachment. It's more like a fulfilling attachment. I feel um, uh, I like it. Okay, but what happens is I do start to, everyone else will, my family, everybody I know is like, you're still thinking about him? Didn't you get over him yet? What are you doing? Why you're not opened up to somebody else because you still like him? And I'm thinking to myself, no, it's not true. I'm just maintaining the really positive feelings around caring for somebody else and what that feels like. Um, but one day, what happens is I run into things that I ask the universe to help me if I'm on the right track, wrong track, what I'm doing, what I'm planning. So, just so you know, one day I stopped in front of a cemetery, and I did that because I had to get something out of the trunk, and the dog was in the car, and we were going somewhere. We were going to one of the towns that's right near where we had met. And so I was heading that way, and of course, so he was on my mind because I was thinking, "Josh, I wonder if I'll run into him." That would make me nervous. But he had a name that's like a two-syllable name, right? So like Clarkson. You know what I mean? And so I was like looking for signs, and I remember saying, um, you know, I think I need to stop talking. It's Jennifer. It doesn't matter if you're going up there. It doesn't matter if you're going to see him. He's long gone. I mean, this was like this past summer. That was already a year gone. Okay, so I was like, he's long gone. So get over it. Okay, so I'm doing what I'm doing. I shut the trunk door, and I look over at the cemetery at the headstones, and right in front of me, right in front, like see where that picture is right there? Pretend that's a headstone. I look at that headstone. It's the only one in front of me, and it says Clark. I'm like, come on, Clark. I'm thinking it's Clarkson, right? Come on. So what I do is I tell myself, that's you, Jennifer. That's you making that crap up. You just want to see what you want to see. So I was like, cut it out. It's only half the name. It's not even the full name. Okay, so get over it. And I was like, fine. So I look back at Clark, and point at, oh, the other way. I'm not good with, I don't know what I'm pointing at. I look back at Clark. And so I'm like, okay, Clark, whatever. Bye, Clark. You know what I mean? So then I look over at the headstone that is just slightly in front of it to the left. The very next headstone, slightly in front of it. Son. Big letters. Son. So I had Clark's son. And I'm like, that is the universe telling me. Of course, it was a cemetery. So I still got confused about the message because it was either one, just a reminder that it's okay for me to think about that, or it was in a cemetery, so I should think, no, he's long gone, he's dead to you, so get over it. I don't really know what it was, but it still just lit my fire. It was so cool. I love that kind of stuff. And so this was for me today. That was what that was about. Was this kind of um, fun uh, confirmation around my thinking. And so be conscious. That's what I am. This is why every day is important, because I want to find new things every day that remind me, whether they're little, big, whatever. Um, and I can't wait as we do this journey, because I know these are the kind of things that are going to come up for me. And I always get thrilled when those things happen and I get to share them, because these coincidences are really weird. And so, like, that was a good one. Today's was a good one. It was more realistic. There was no real woo woo. I mean, it was woo woo that she's talking the same language and using some of the same analogies. Um, Literally, one of the, again, all right, well, how long have I talked? 9:50. Sorry. Okay. Her example today, later in the conversation, she says to me, now I've been thinking about getting a tattoo, okay? And I have one, but I was thinking about getting another one. And I was thinking about it when I was in Italy, and I was thinking I could put it in Italian what I wanted to say. And I said I could put it in Chinese characters or Japanese characters, or I could put it in another language like German or Danish because I was in Copenhagen. And so I was thinking, okay, I was thinking all about that all fall, not that long ago. I was thinking about it. And the little phrase I was going to use, because I don't want to put a big tattoo, I just want a little thing, was be you. Because I really think it's okay to be you. Just be you, you know? So I was going to put be you, and I was going to look up to see which one looked the most fun for me. And today, at the end of our conversation, we're talking about things, and she says, at the end of it, she says, you just I don't think I wrote that part down just because I knew what it was, but I wanted to see if I could tell. But she basically said, she says, what I'm hearing is just, they're saying just be you. Just be you. And I was like, ah. So anyway, that's day 5. Um, can't wait to hear. That was the other thing. Sorry, now I will stop. It's 11 minutes. Oh my gosh. So the other thing was stop trying so hard. Keep learning. You are allowed to go have fun. You don't have to be always trying to get somewhere. You can just have fun and rest and relax and learn new things and keep learning the things you're inspired to learn, because when the universe is ready and everything's lined up the way it needs to be, that you'll get the message. You'll know what to do. I was like, that made my day. So I hope it makes your day as well. I will see you tomorrow, and yeah, that's it. Long enough. Bye. Thank you.